Life is always changing. Nothing stays still. Nothing is guaranteed. Some days you feel unstoppable. And then there are days you just want to disappear from the world. Sometimes everything flows. Your health, your finances, your relationships, everything just clicks. And then, overnight, it all collapses. Like life suddenly flipped the script on you. You know that feeling. There were days when you felt strong, sharp, full of energy. And then the next morning, you couldn't even get out of bed. Your mind heavy, your heart empty. No faith left in yourself. That's life. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't give a warning. It just happens. Yeah, but in the middle of all that chaos, there's one thing you always get to choose. Control your mind. You can't control the world out there, but you can control how you respond to it. You can't stop the storm from coming, but you can learn how to stand strong in the middle of it. And you don't have to win every battle. You just have to make sure you don't let go of yourself. Negative thinking always comes first. It doesn't need an invitation. It doesn't need a reason. It just shows up. All it takes is one failure, one rejection, one little heartbreak, and suddenly it's there, quiet, subtle, but destructive. I call it a weed. It doesn't need sunlight, doesn't need water, doesn't need rich soil. It still grows. It grows in your mind, in the middle of the night, in moments when you think you're finally okay. And if you're not paying attention, it'll take over everything. But positive thinking, that's different. It's like an orchid. You have to care for it, feed it, be patient with it. And above all, you have to believe you're worthy of growing something beautiful in your mind. I know you've asked yourself before, why do I always think the worst? Why do I give up so easily? Why am I so tired, so doubtful, so hard on myself? I've asked the same questions, and the answers didn't come from anyone else. They came from living through it. I realized this. Negative thoughts are a survival instinct. Your brain doesn't care if you're happy. It only cares if you survive. So anything that feels uncertain, risky, uncomfortable, your brain screams, danger. It drags you back to your so-called safe zone. Even if that safe zone is dark, even if it's killing your dreams. But here's what you need to remember. You are not your brain. You are not the whispers of doubt echoing in your head. You get to choose what to believe, and you have to start. Start learning how to speak to yourself again. Start thinking like someone who matters, because you do. Start every morning telling yourself, I can. I'm worthy. I'm not there yet, but I'm not where I used to be. Read one page of a book each day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Stay away from conversations that make you feel small. Cut off the noise, turn off the TV, log off social media, or simply go silent when your mind starts to spiral. Because if you don't control your mind, it will control you. If you don't train it, it will train you into becoming someone you never wanted to be. But if you master your mind, you master your emotions. If you master your emotions, you master your actions. And if you master your actions, there is nothing in this life that can break you. I've lost everything before. I've made mistakes. I've trusted the wrong people. I've hit rock bottom and honestly believed I'd never get back up again. I know what it feels like to look up and see no light, to sit alone in a dark room, no comfort, no words, no one there, just the silence and the pain. But I didn't stay there. I refused to make rock bottom my home. I started over, with empty hands, with a heart full of cracks, and a fragile little belief whispering, if I'm still breathing, I still have a chance. And I was right. I didn't wait for someone to lift me up. I didn't need anyone to tell me I was worthy. I didn't need the perfect environment. I built one out of the dry, broken ground inside my own mind. I learned. I failed. I learned again. I fell. I cried. I wiped my own tears. And I kept moving. No one saw it. No one cheered. No one helped. But I kept going. Because I understood one thing. Real freedom begins in your mind. You can be beaten on the outside, but if you guard your mind, your strength remains untouched. It's not the strongest who win. It's the ones who never stop. You are your greatest advantage, and you, yes, you, can stand back up right now and always be ready for the challenge. Because challenge is part of the journey. No one grows inside their comfort zone. No one ever found the light without first walking through the dark. Life isn't always fair. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. 10% is what happens, 90% is how you respond. And I'm not saying this because I read it in a book. I'm saying this because I've lived it. There were times I thought, none of this makes any sense. But then I realized, not everything in life has to make sense. Some things exist only to make you stronger. The harder the challenge, the deeper the growth. If life feels like a never-ending battle right now, then you're on the right path. Keep going, because breakthrough always comes right after the moment you almost gave up. Don't quit. It will be worth it. The pain will fade, but the strength you build from it, that will stay with you forever. Cut out the noise, cut out the fear, cut out the doubt, and believe this. I am the greatest force in my own life. Life will hit you. It won't send a warning, but if your mind is always ready, then no matter what comes, you won't fall. Maybe today isn't your day, but your day is coming. And when it does, you will rise, carrying every ounce of pain, reforged into the power that built you. If you're still listening right now, I know you're not just anybody. You're someone searching for something bigger. Bigger than the pain. Bigger than the failure. Bigger than everything that's ever tried to hold you back. And if something in this video touched you today, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Because out there, someone else might be where you were yesterday, just waiting for a reminder not to give up. Let motivation forward today be that place for you. A place where you come to refuel, to be reminded you are worthy, you are strong, you still have so much ahead of you. Like this video if it gave you something real. Comment if you got a story to tell. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a message that might be exactly what you need that day. We're not just making videos. We're building a community of people who don't quit